Welcome everyone. Welcome to the MCT Summit, to my session. My name is Vladimir Stefanovic, and I will talk today about Nano Server. I will try to, in the best way, spend this 1 hour to present Nano Server, but that's not enough time for a complete session. As I said, I'm Vladimir Stefanovic. I came from Belgrade, Serbia. I'm MCT, MCSA, MCSE, CompTIA, blah, 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 everything like that. Working as a system engineer and super admins company. Work every day with Windows technology, VMware virtualization, storages, and everything like that. And also work as a technical trainer in our training center, admin training center in our company. You can see my mail. Feel free to write that mail. If you need any question about anything, feel free to send mail. I will reply to you. That's my LinkedIn profile if you want to see what's pros, what's cons, what's some Nano Server scenarios, installation methods, and I hope that you'll have enough time to present you installation of IIS, Nano Server as IIS, and Nano Server as a Hyper-V, and if we have enough time, I will bring up one virtual machine in Nano Server. What's Nano Server? That's the first topic. That's Windows Server 2016 bring you so many new technologies, and one of them is Nano Server. Last year in Germany, I talked about nested virtualization. That was also interesting, especially for me, because I worked earlier with nested virtualization. But Nano Server is one of also very big advantage and biggest change, maybe biggest change in Windows Server 2016. Designed is to run services which can be managed only remotely. We don't have any console. Have Nano Server recovery console, but you can do nothing. Check network configuration, firewall, you see what's the name. If it's Hyper-V, you can see external switches only, and you can see what type of VMs are installed. Reduced attack surface. By default, Nano Server has opened just 12 ports. Just 12 ports are open by default, and if you need configure anything more, you need to open additional ports. We don't know any kind of graphic user interface. Graphic user interface is a black screen with some white letters, and we don't know any command line interface directly implemented to Nano Server. We need to create a PowerShell remoting session and work with Nano Server. Smaller footprint. In the later slides, I will show you how is small or big that footprint is about half gigabyte, 500 and something like that megabytes. What's the main difference? Only 40-bit applications or agents can be started. Until now, Nano Server cannot be doing controller. First presentation of Nano Server 1 year ago was pointed some rumors that can be domain control, but still that doesn't possible. Group policy also not supported. If you wanted to deploy Nano Server in a large scale, you need to use a desired state configuration. Cannot use as some proxy server. NIC teaming, not supported. If you can see so many good features still not supported, but okay, that's first version of Nano Server, first release. I hope that will be better in the future. System Center Configuration Manager, System Center DPM Manager. In moment of creating the slides, wasn't supported. Best practice analyzers, VPA integration also not supported. Not supported HBA, and PowerShell for Nano Server is different than standard PowerShell. You can find on TechNet sites complete compatible switches and commandlets for Nano Server and desktop servers, PowerShell. What's pros and cons for me? I totally forgot to put some highlights in that price because I trying to find correct answer. I still didn't have a correct answer. What's pricing for Nano Server? Colleagues from my company who work in sales said to me, "Oh, that's totally free." A few days after that, I found in the TechNet you need to software assurance program if you want to use Nano Server. So I still don't know what's correct answer, but that's pricing. Small footprint, reduced reboot time, reduced open ports, less patches. That's biggest fast deploy. You will see I can deploy one Nano Server 2 minutes, maybe, or 5 minutes. What's disadvantages? For some guys, that's disadvantages. For someone, is not. No graphical user interface, not clean command line interface. For me, graphical user interface for example, Hyper-V is not a problem because I can configure environment and use Hyper-V Manager to manage Nano Server Hyper-V. Command line interface, if you're in love with PowerShell, that will not be a problem. Cannot be domain controller, doesn't support GPO, that can be a problem because the design state configuration is still complicated for most of ITIs. Can be managed only remotely. That's, as I said, that's related to first slide. That's okay. And limited set of roles. What can be Nano Server? What's scenarios for Nano Server? Hyper-V. You can create Hyper-V as a Nano Server, cluster Nano Server, Hyper-V, storage.
But it's not supporting network teaming.
Yeah.
So Hyper-V with dedicated interfaces, no virtualizing in teaming.
Okay, but we don't explicitly need network teaming for a cluster.
We're doing it.
Okay, but we don't explicitly need. We can configure cluster without needing.
I think LBFO and switch application is supported, but you can manage it only through PowerShell.
That's not the
Okay, but a Hyper-V cluster can be configured without teaming.
You said that you cannot use teaming, right?
Yes.
That's the issue.
Okay, but Hyper-V cluster can be configured without teaming with single network interface.
You can do that.
Not 100% reliable, but can be configured. Scale-out file server, DNS server, IIS server. That was my first passion for testing because my company is one of hosting companies in Serbia, and we have so many clients with Windows hosting. That's complicated. Something specific applications for some betting companies, some very big companies, and I started to trying to IIS. But what's the biggest problem in this moment? Remoting, controlling is possible, and also ASP.NET is not supported. Only ASP.core. That's in this moment a big problem because all of them have ASP.NET application, and I cannot test it because they don't have an ASP.core application. And for a design for application, which can use cloud. As a Hyper-V, what's good? What's the best? We have reduced attacks surface. We don't have Internet Explorer, and we don't have File Explorer for exploit. Base installation, as I said, has only 12 outbound ports. Lowered cost, that's again good pricing, but if you have a software assurance program, you can use Nano Server for free. Less hardware resources needed. For example, we need less than 1 gigabyte for simple Nano Server installation, because I always try to configure that in nested virtualization. I need to disable dynamic RAM in nested virtualization because that I don't know what's exactly consumption of RAM. Faster boot time. That's, I think that we need 15 seconds or less for rebooting one machine. Fewer boot required because we have less patch available. Okay, you need to patch system. That's obligatory, but we have less patches. That's a very big advantage for big environments. Because I have few times in few last months problem with restarting some servers on our managed platform because we need 5 minutes to completely reboot server, start application, starting all services. And before all of that, we need to remove that server from balancing and everything like that. Remote management, PowerShell remoting, or Hyper-V Manager. You can use 500 megabytes base image with all patches is 2.5 gigabytes for now. 2.5 gigabytes. As Nano Server, as I said, as usual, small footprint. We don't need so many restarts, less patches. We don't know. GUI, as I said, support only ASP.NET.Core. Classic ASP or ASP.NET still not supported.
So what does this mean for developers? That they have to recompile their applications or rewrite them to ASP.core? If I get it right, because we have to communicate that with developers. Maybe they will not accept it.
Because I have a specific relationship with all developers, because supporting only ASP.core, I didn't mention Nano Server to them. I know that will be very complicated to communicate with them, but yes, that can be a problem. But Java and PHP are fully supported, and I think I'm not 100% sure the Node.js is supported. Yes. And Python. By default, only basic IIS features are installed. You can bring up one server. That's easy. You can add all other features. That's not a problem. You can use this or get Windows optional feature without any problems. Will be finished for 1 minute or less. Image size comparison. Windows Server 2008 R2. 3 gigabytes is core. 7.5 gigabytes is classic GUI installation without any updates. That's based on latest ISO file from MSDN with any kind of updates. Windows Server 2012 R2. 9.5 gigabytes with GUI, 6 gigabytes core. Windows Server 2016, 10.5 gigabytes with GUI, and 7 gigabytes core. Nano Server 0.5 with all updates applicable in before, I think, 2 weeks. Nano Server 2.5, Windows Server 2008 R2, 21 gigs. Also, that's not so much, but in comparison with Nano Server is so much. How we can install Nano Server? We can do option to install Nano Server. We can use PowerShell module for Nano Server or Nano Server image builder, graphical user tool, which basically work and start PowerShell commands in the background. Nano Server cannot be selected during installation. We cannot install Nano Server on any server with DVD or ICE. We still have core, but now it's not named core, just Windows Server and Windows Server with the desktop experience, and cannot be switched as in earlier installation. VHD or VHDX bootable media can be created with Nano Server image builder or also with PowerShell. Does anyone of you try Nano Server? Played with Nano Server? You're not counted. One trick, if you create VHDX during installation, do not create virtual machine generation 1. System will be refuse you to start machine. If you create VHDX, you need to use generation 2. If you create VHD, you can create virtual machine as generation 1. That's in all my tests. Packages can be selected during installation, or you can install as additional something like I said, remove roles and features. Or you can install later. This is steps. In the first place, we need to create virtual hard drive, VHDX, with Nano, configure virtual machine, start virtual machine, check settings, configure maybe something IP address or something like that, firewall rules and everything like that. Optional, we can join to domain or not, and create PowerShell session from remote computer. If machine is not in domain Nano Server and your computer is not in the domain, you need to add that machine to trusted host, WS mean trusted host. That looked like as this picture. At the first place, you need to copy Nano Server from installation media to local hard drive. In that example is from F Nano Server to destination C. Import module. Module is folder Nano Server image generator, Nano Server image generator PSM1, and that's some syntax for basic installation without any packages. Deployment type, you can use guest or host. Edition, standard or Datacenter. Media path, where is stored ISO files. Base path, where you copied Nano Server to local destination. Target, where you stored VHDX file. And name of computer image. There's computer name, no image. You can use image builder to create Nano Server image if you're not in love with PowerShell. What is prerequisites for image Power Builder? You need to download and install ADK, but you don't need to install all features. Just enough deployment tools and Windows PE. We have two options, create bootable. If you don't have installed ADK, you will get this error message when you try to start Nano Image Builder. You can see we need deployment tools, WinPE, click OK to download, install, and everything will be OK. That's first and last slide I want to use because 16 steps in whole process. I don't like to screenshot all steps and put in slides. Create new Nano Server image or create bootable media. If you want to create bootable media, you need to have previously created VHDX file. That's last step, and you can see that's, I don't know why my laptop has very better resolution than that screen. This is PowerShell command for that whole process.
the offline updates integration supported, or it's not there yet?
Supported offline, online, and you can online directly from your computer to VHDX.
Okay.
Support. I have free.
Not during the wizard?
No, in the wizard.
After.
Later. I have one screenshot in later slides about that. Okay, as we said, console set very limited functionality. Everything which you can configure is enable or disable firewall rules, which are predefined. All additional firewalls need to be configured via PowerShell. When you log into console, you need to check network configuration, host name, firewall rules, and Win remote management settings. Okay, if it's not in the same domain, that's in most cases, you need to configure trusted host on your machine. You need to enable Windows remote management. In most cases, that's not situation, but if it's machine in the same domain, that is easier. Just enter PS session, computer name, your credentials will be approved from Nano Server. If you don't, okay, next slide. That's Nano Server. Black screen, white letters. You need to log in and just simply review. If you don't have configured trusted host on your local machine, you will get this error message. You need to add this line, set it in vsman blah 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 IP, and add that to trusted host. I will show you in demo, and now you can connect via PowerShell to a Nano Server. About updates, download from Windows Catalog online. Where is when is machine online? Take I don't know 10 to 15 minutes to check and install. Downloads from catalog, copy to extracted cap to Nano Server, and add package and start package to install that cap file, or I don't have about offline, but is supported. Offline, I don't have on that slide. I lied to you, but I have on my document when I prepared, but forgot completely to put that, because I tested this. I tested this option, and because that I make screenshot about that. That's option when you want to update online from Windows Catalog. Yes, can be a little bit tricky if you don't like PowerShell, but you can find on TechNet all possible options to and how to do that, because that's Nano Server new product. They're still in development. Maybe in later stages you can click somewhere in the Nano Server recovery console to automatically update, and I don't know. And that will be about talking. I will show something here. And I really hope that will everything work, because you see okay?
Yes, it's okay.
At the first place I need to mount Windows Server. Drive E. Okay. Drive E. As I said, we need to copy Nano Server from installation media to some destination. Just let me to check. Did I had? Okay. Copy will be done fast. Nano Server. Nano Server image generator is here. We need to import model. And now we can use Nano Server symbols. That's option for installing and creating IS. Deployment type guest, edition data center, media path is this variable, base path is C Nano Server, target DVMs Nano, but I still have same machine. We'll call you web. This machine, computer name Nano Server web, and package Microsoft Nano Server IS package.
The computer name is injected in the machine, right?
Yes, but you can change it later.
Change it now.
Okay, that's no problem, but you
But
need.
the name will be this one when we put.
Sorry.
The name of the machine will be that one when you put it.
Yeah. You need to add admin password and wait for complete process. We don't like to wait so much. I'll show you Nano Server image builder in the meantime. Installation is completely fast and simple. Nano Server image builder, and that's graphical tool. Create Nano Server image. That's not important. We need to select location where is mounted. Drive, that's E drive. E drive, next. Okay, we need agree with all terms. Auth file, virtual or physical machine. In our case, it's virtual machine. D, VMs. I will create new folder. Nano, tree, Nano, VHD or VHDX. VHDX. Save. We need to put maximum size of that image, but you see 2.5 gigabytes with all updates, and for all additional files, virtual machines, everything, you can add another hard drive and store in that hard drive. We need to select packages. You can select this Datacenter Standard Edition. We need to give more time to load everything. PowerShell script still working. Okay. I will select Hyper-V. We can select failover clustering service if we want to create a highly available machine. Okay, drivers, because virtual machine we don't need that. Destination machine, computer name, Nano A302. Password, time zone, next. We don't have main. Network, we will put DHCP to do that, and we create basic Nano Server image. When click 2, that's some confirmation, everything okay, create, image creation started, and this is a PowerShell command. I can copy, start again from PowerShell, and same VHDX file will be created. Okay, first image is finished. We need to create virtual machine, Nano Web, generate generation 2. It's enough. Connected external network. We will use select created image. Okay, what's that type? When we start Nano Server, which is configured as a IS, machine started. Nano Web computer name, which was configured during installation, admin workgroup. We can see networking, Ethernet adapter. We got from DHCP IP address. We don't have nothing special with which addresses of DNS servers. Inbound firewall rules. You can going to SB. You can see that is not enabled. We will enable in order to copy some files. Outbound, Win remote management, enabled. We will try now to but I forgot IP address. 6.24 10 100 6.24 IS completely functional. On port 80, that's default IS web page. What we can do now, for example, 10.2624. I think that doesn't work. Why?
Doesn't cost. It's only for WinRM.
WinRM is enabled, and also SMB. That's a live demo. But I have additional VM which are configured and tested. No HTTPS because I don't have certificate. That's Nano IS, and on that machine I put another website on port 84, which is also fully functional. Nano IS. New site. Just confirmation that's that site. Partial administrator, okay. How to manage. That's IP address 10.200.4.24. Select that IP address. Wait a second to check. No, I want to. Okay, I add everything to trusted host, credential, and now should be available to manage Nano Server. Yeah. Then 192.206.24. If you want to deploy new site, that's command. Import, in the first place we need to import model for IaaS administration, new site, site name, physical path, binding information, everything like that. You also have to add some firewall rule because I add port 84 in this my case. You can check with the ISM installed features. By default, install just needed for basic starting IIS.
Can you use the graphical interface of IIS?
No. That's for me. That's a big problem.
For all of us.
I work in IIS, not so much, but work in IIS, and everything what I do in IIS do via IIS remote management, and I think that is the biggest problem for all of our clients because they are not aware and of PowerShell, and they have. I can learn all models and everything about IIS and PowerShell, but they cannot learn, and that can be a problem. You can also check about features with get a Windows optional feature, and you can start command, and we can count. I think that will take 1 minute to install all features. Okay, we have some error in image builder. Okay, we don't check the logs now. That's not so important. In this moment, something went wrong. I have installed on my laptop one Nano Server, which is a Hyper-V server. Just show you through console. We have one tab more, VM host, guest status, I don't have any installed virtual machine yet, and virtual switches. Only virtual switch is configured as external can be showed. Private will not be showed through remote Nano Server console. Connect server. Nano A3, I need to Nano. Okay. For Hyper-V, that's not problem configuring. I have just created, not installed virtual machine with CentOS image to confirm that everything works. I think that will be installed very fast. But this is proof that everything can work in Nano Server. Also, I tested and tried to implement to some of our clients, but they still have some rejection about that. And also with the nested virtualization, they have like, why did you need that? Was that important? Do you have any questions until we wait?
What's your experience with PowerShell DSC, if you have any, because it's not an easy thing to deal with?
I didn't have so many experience with the PowerShell DSC, but if we want to use Nano Server, we need to work and build experience with partial DSC because that's support group policy. Group policy.
DSCs also many of the modules are in an experimental phase. For
Yeah.
the moment. They're not final.
Nano
They're
Server
work in
also.
progress.
Nano Server also, not experimental phase, it's final product, but still need to some improvements. And what was the point of Microsoft? The i6 VMware is, I think, 600 megabytes footprint. They want to compare with something like that and put in the market. They don't like to lose clients because of that. Sorry. So many open. And we can see that we can install. Linux, but that's virtual machine inside virtual machine on my laptop, and that's not so fast. But the machine can be installed without any problems. Just a second, please, to check. Okay, if you want to install, if you want to manage Nano Server, that's updating commands for adding packages, for online installing Nano Server packages, and you can start playing with Nano Server. 1 hour is so short timeline to just say and describe everything what we can do with Nano Server. Okay. I will also want to say big hello and welcome for our sponsors and for all organization team. That's the end of my presentation, or your start playing with Nano Server if you like that. And if you need any question, feel free to ask now, later, send mail.
Just check something that we discussed about the nick teaming.
Okay?
The classic old LBFO is not supported. What?
Okay, the classic nick teaming mode, the LBFO, is not supported with Nano Server. Switch embedded teaming is supported with Nano Server though, but you need first to install Hyper-V role, enable to create a switch embedded teaming switch.
Okay.
That's all, because we were discussing earlier.
Okay, that's probably some one things from Microsoft will be changing day to day as Azure and something like that. Today, in moment of creating the slides, I found information on TechNet,
Yes.
legit side, that is not supported, but okay, that's good information. Also, for everything, what you need to check that does work or doesn't work, you need to install and trying to check. Thank you for attending. It's all very much.